And that stage was called Giant Killing. Okay. Okay. The jerk is still a jerk. I think that's his sponsor or something. No idea. Something about supports. No idea what he's yelling about, but he's not happy. Okay. Something about the assemble system. Something about a perfect grade and a spec. That's all I've got. Looks like, no, it's not a movie, just a change of scenery. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's Miyako, and I have no idea who she is. And he's Machio. Okay. No idea what's going on, but that's fine. Gunpla. Nah. Something about teammates. Teammates. Just skipping through because I can't understand any of it. But, okay. Oh, it's that guy. Okay, so, okay, he's here too. But, so I caught Gundam Build Fighters Jim's Counterattack, or I guess GM's Counterattack would be more accurate here because it's not specifically about Jims, it's about the Gunpla Mafia as seen in Gundam Build Fighters. And it's pretty good. There's some nice animation. It's short, it's to the point. I appreciate that. And it's fairly entertaining. It was nice to see the cast from the first one again. I think I kind of like them a little bit better than the Build Fighters TriCast. It's kind of hard to say. Sometimes I go back and forth on that, but I kind of like their show a little better, even if I didn't like the characters better. There's just, there was way too many like anime high school hijinks in Build Fighters Tri for me. I actually quit Island Wars halfway through and never caught the end of it because I was just tired of that. So, it was not but GM's Counterattack was pretty good. And even though that was not the focus, there were a lot of gyms in it, so that's not bad, including a Psycho gym. So that's a nice custom. Also, a whole bunch of gym variants that we saw of late in Gundam Battle Operation. Rest in peace. And in case I didn't mention it last week, I also discovered something about Gundam Battle Operation, in case anyone is trying to find a way to preserve that. The Hong Kong version, if you have downloaded it before, is still up for download on the Japanese PlayStation Network store, and is not patched so that it just goes to a thanks for playing screen. It still tries to start itself. So, that being the case, if you can download that and hang on to it, might be a good idea in case someone ever finds a way to something about builders parts and options. Okay. Hang on to that in case anyone ever finds a way to do it offline, because that might be handy. Or not offline, but, finds a way to preserve the game or recreate it. I have my doubts on that, but I'm not going to say it's impossible. Okay, yeah, so I've got burst actions now. That's good. Let's look at the new parts. Feed the old parts to the new parts in some cases. Trophy earned version up. Okay. Oh yeah, I got a beam saber. It's not as strong as what I have now, but it does have a special ability, which I'm not sure what that ability is. Not at all. Something Kizori? No idea. Okay, yeah, so I do have some parts now with special abilities. This Zaku Bazooka, I believe, raises your gauge faster for burst mode. Can't guarantee that. This Gym Head gives extra long rifle damage. This Camphor gives the option gauge, I believe, charges faster. Gives you an extra second of something? Or did I just slip and that was something else? No, it said 1 sec in a second ago, but then that disappeared. That's fascinating. But the blade antenna, of course, I forget exactly what that does, but it is an ability on this. Okay, it something plus 1 second. Okay, sure. It can't decide whether the ability is blade antenna or something plus 1 second. I'm not going to argue with it either way. But the Camphor, for some reason, has beam guard. These each have beam guard. Okay, I guess that's just a stat. But, okay, the Mark II's head I'm using is extra hit points. That's why I'm using it even though it's only a level 1, because it's actually more hit points than most any other head I can get. Looks like the Akatsuki would add a little bit of extra defense, I think. Yeah, ranged defense, I believe. These Strike Freedom heads, yeah, it has rifle DPS, plus 197. So let us find the right button for this. Is it square? Yes. Package merge. I will merge the other 2 new Strike Freedom heads with it. No, I don't want to mark you with colors. I want you to get folded in. Which does cost points, by the way. So, you know, it will cost you some of your GP, but it will help work towards leveling up that part. It's still lower hit points than the Mark II head I'm using, but I'm kind of thinking since I'm using a rifle right now, it might be worth it for the extra damage. So let's try it. Plus, I just want to have something new, like something slightly new every round. My best body is a Zaku 2 body. Actually, no, it's the Juag body, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Extra thrust, extra hit points. It has beam cannons. I'll put those in my option parts in a minute. I think I only have one of each thing here. That has extra saber DPS. That might be worthwhile. It's 1 level lower than my current arms, though. These are the highest level arms. I'm going to stick with the Gelgug legs, for sure. Mark II Aug backpack is, I think, a 1% chance increase of parts dropping, so that's worth looking at some point and maybe leveling up. But for now, I'm going to hang on to my level 4 Gundam backpack. Shield, Mark II Aug shield is one of the best I've got. Does the Goof shield come with a heat saber? No. Looks like no. Yeah, it does not come with a, does not come with a heat saber. Okay, it says the, okay, to use the missile launcher on the shield, on the Mark II shield, you guard and hit and press the fire button. So I'll be sticking with the Mark II shield for now. Builder parts, okay. Both arms, okay, so now there are now option parts I can equip to these things. Missile pods, beam cannons, just 1 missile pod, beam cannon, or hand grenades. Both legs, missile pods or beam cannons. Okay, so I've got a fun new option parts, mostly just missile pods or beam cannons, which I will put on my... Well, I've got 7 slots, so where do I want to put all these things? Let's put missile pods on my shoulders. And yes, I found out there's some very fine controls that you can put on these things. You can also scale them up and down, which is just kind of silly looking. Triangle returns all sliders to default. You can tilt them however you want. I kind of like vertical on this. Let's see. Move them in. No, let's move them out here. Up here. You can have them floating over the body just fine if you really want. There. Except I hit default for that, but that's not too difficult to deal with. Okay, so I have missile launchers sitting bolt upright on my camphor. Because, you know, wouldn't you? Okay. On my camphor shoulders, I should say. This is definitely not entirely a camphor by volume. Total slots. I've got 2 missile pods. Let's put 2 beam cannons on the legs, which it's not even showing them. That's interesting. Are they inside the legs? Is that why they're not showing? Let's find out. Oh, they're on the hips specifically. So that's... I was looking at the calves of the Gelgug calves there. Rotate. I feel like they should be pointing forward because they're kind of... That's what they're going to be there for. So yeah, that'll be fine. I've got 3 more slots. Let's fill them all up. Let's make some mistakes and see what happens. Backpack both sides. Let's throw more missile pods on there. Backpack both sides, missile pod. And yeah, they'll just be standing there, sitting there for no reason. And I have 1 more slot, but I think I'm going to leave it open just in case. Now, actions, burst action slot. With this equipment, I cannot use the Shining Finger Sword. I'd have to be using Shining Gundam's arms for that. I'll go with Burst Breaker. Equipment option, I've got Beam Sabers on... Oh, the backpack. I've got... Well, I may as well equip all those missile pods, because they're there. Beam cannons. Vulcans. Oh. Yeah, from the head. And there's my beam cannon. So I have got all kinds of wacky equipment and a wacky mobile suit, and we're going to go have wacky adventures. So, to the mission thingy. Yep. Okay, mission counter. Okay, we're to chapter 2. Someone was telling me about the bounty missions, and I'm very curious to see what those are like when the time comes. I may try one soon, but for now, we're just going to go with a few standard missions. Maybe I'll end on that. And here's my latest monstrosity. Well, at least the missile pods do look like they're attached. I managed to position them fairly well there. I'm proud of that, because, yeah, you can do all sorts of fun things with part positioning. If you want to store your shield on your back, as it turns out, you can do that. Okay. Yes, missile launcher off of the back. Very nice. Got Mark II AUG arms. Always happy for that. Oops, none of my... I'm so used to starting a stage with EX actions charged. I am not used to that not being the case yet, but I'll live. Some stock plastic. I think I saw some actual gunpla parts there too, but we'll have to see. Okay, that's a weird thing. Okay, so that EX action that one gunning EX action I'm using just creates a little remote weapon drone disembodied thing over my head. Okay, sure, whatever. Gym 2 arms, very nice. I have the Nemos in this. I forget if it was in the last one or not, but I always like that. Hey, stop knocking me over. Ah, a green rarity beam saber. I'm all for it. I do like that missile launcher now that I know how to use it. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Whatever you say. Now, can I get up there? Because I saw a box. It will not let me go up there, so maybe there's a way... Oh! There is a way around. And there's people. Let's disengage and go get that box. Priorities. Okay, at. Okay, I want that box, please. Let's heal her in case. Okay, now. Please? Thank you, Jim 2 Head, Clay Bazooka, so the bricked-ass Yakushiki Bazooka, and some other bits. That's good. And that's not bad. Let's see what we got. Yeah, please attack the thing nearest me. That's kind of a thing. I want my head. Thank you. Let's get that drone thing going again. And let's try my new beam cannons. Not bad. Not great, but... I wonder if it recharges or if they just go empty. Where's my missile pods? Right there. Well, let's get these parts. Oh, the Zeta's beam saber, did it say? No, I don't think it did. But the Mark II's beam rifle, which is a great design, so... That is a Mammoth Gundam they're riding on. I forgot those were here. Have some missiles there. Okay, yeah. Like, having 17 trillion, Oh, come on. I want that back. That's mine. Now, what's the button to steal a car? Or, in this case, an elephant? Well, if you won't let me steal it, I'll just throw missiles at it until it dies, or, you know, axe it. Almost. Oh yeah, I do have a gun. Guns are good. I know there's a way to just walk up and steal those, but I forget what button it is. I thought it was holding square, but that did not steal the elephant, so such is life. Gundam shield, which it said was new. I'm surprised I didn't have that. I think I had the G3 shield, which is, you know, visually almost totally identical. Okay, moving on. Which... Oh, that way. Okay, yeah, let's get a move on, because my drone's counting down, and I like it. Yeah, I think my boost gauge is a little bit longer. I'm fairly happy with how it's boosting. I could be a little faster. I could boost a little further. I'm sure I will be able to upgrade those in time. Okay. If you hear any noise in the background, any talking in the distance, that is Angelique Damon and Istvan82 playing Final Fantasy XIV with friends in the dining room. So... Oh, it's a giant Zeta Gundam. Let's tackle it. Okay, well, yeah, I do like that missile launcher a lot. Another clay bazooka. And a VO. That was not me stuttering, that is a VO. That is 3 VOs. Let's get my drone going again. Let's get some repair action going. Well, I got the Zeta's body. I got the O's weird squid-shaped head. I got the O's body and arms. And Hyakushiki's beam saber, which I'm not sure why AVO would have that. AVO or and the O? Oh, but a rare the O backpack. Good. More plastic, and oh, because it's showing me, oh, and a giant beam rifle, and I just had a realization, because it is showing me that type of plastic on the screen, does that mean it is a new kind of plastic? I may be wrong. It's hard to remember, but oh yeah, I also have burst actions going now, so I should probably use those because I'm taking a lot of hits and I'm low on health. And health does regenerate during burst mode, so... Got the Zeta and burst slash, I think it was, or burst breaker, or whatever it was. It was the big 3-hit super slash. Always the best of the burst super moves for, you know, default. Shining Finger Sword and all those are better, but I don't have the right parts for that. Let's see, I have some healing action when I need it. Have some missiles. Just all of you, missiles. Treat from me. Use the healing to keep Misa alive and me, because, yep, this sure is Gundam Breaker. I am getting smacked around from every direction. And and just like other Gundam Breaker games, the targeting's just a tiny bit finicky in places. Okay, break target lock so I can open this box, please. Oh, I did. Good. Okay, and there we go. If I had Tornado Axe handy, it would be great. I don't, so I'll just hack my way through. Oh, there's an uncommon. Now I have the axe. Let's axe. Well, it looks like it did the trick. And you're a sniper. I think I just fired that at nothing because my head was gone, and as you may remember from watching Gundam Breaker 2, if you've been with me that long, having your head gone disables your target lock, so... Also, if you've been watching me that long, thank you. Appreciate it. I've had a couple of people say that they got into Gundam Breaker because of me, and that's a good feeling, because I do enjoy these games. I'm glad other people do, too. I think I may have mentioned it in the last round of videos. I'm not sure if I did. It turns out that a week before this series started going up was actually the 7th anniversary of my doing Flailthroughs, as in various forms, as a website, as writing on YouTube, etc. So, again, thank you to everybody who's been watching me all this time. It's just... it's weird is what it is. Get her some repairs, get me some repairs, stab a Zeta Gundam in the back. Uh-oh. We've got an alert. Enemy player approaching. Hit me with your... I'm not quite charged on a couple of things. Hit me with your second best shot if you don't mind. Let's work up to it. Okay. Have a missile. There we go. Let's see if I can knock down his super armor a little bit before I use my EX actions. Oh, Gundam Age 1 Titus arms. Those would be nice. And Tornado Axe. Oh, you cheater. Well, I'm going to keep knocking you to bits if I can while your super armor gauge is down. That didn't work. Oh, because he's dead. There's nothing to hit when he's dead. Zeta Plus parts, Gundam Hammer parts, Shengon Gundam, Endless Waltz parts. Not bad. And, pardon me. And now we cross the bridge. I've got 4 retry tickets, and if I'm lucky, if I'm super lucky, I won't need any of them this round. We'll see. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading. Not bad. Yeah, I'm taking some hits. Let's use that. I will thank you to stop hitting me while I'm trying to kill you. It's rude. Yeah, this... one of the things, Gundam Mark II Titans parts, one of the things that Gundam Breaker, especially Gundam Breaker 2, had going for it was the ability to have so many different kinds of attacks going at once. And this has actually improved on that, because I have... you know, you could switch between them to get to them quickly, but right now I can, based on what buttons I push, go from my axe to my missile launcher to my back and shoulder-mounted missile pods and into another EX action. So just the options are plentiful, and I enjoy them. So... oh, and here is a Master Grade Rick Diaz. Oh, and somebody's put some really fancy weathering on it. Some of this art is... well, let's burst. Some of this art is really great. I have to give it credit. Let's burn the tackle. That's usually good at knocking parts off and breaking through super armor. Let's bring up my drone. Tornado axe, and oops, I let my burst mode drop without using my super. But got a bunch of parts out of that. Let's see how good any of them are. Pretty successful round, I'd say. Okay. Another 27,500 points. And parts. I can now do Hyper Beam Saber. That I'm sure I got a Zeta Beam Saber for that to be the case. I can do Tomahawk Screw. As in corkscrew, you know. I've got a level 3 high-grade Gundam Beam Saber with the whatever that skill is plus 26%. Might be Guard Break, I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. Another Gundam Beam Saber, which is not really important. A Zeta Beam Saber at level 3. A Hyakushiki at level 4. And 3, so I'll probably feed the 3 to the 4. A Gundam Hammer level 4. A Gundam Alex Beam Rifle, which is at level 4. A large beam rifle, which is... the O's beam rifle is what that is. Level 4. Gundam Mark II rifle. Zeta Plus Beam Smart Gun. And it's level 6 at that. I might try that. I could put that Gym Head on for extra long rifle damage. Clay bazookas. Various levels. I'll probably combine them all. Rick Diaz Head, level 2. Gym 2 Head, level 6. The O Head, and a level 3. Zeta Gundam Head, or Torso, excuse me. The O Torso. They both have movable frame, which I forget what that means. And it has a Psychommu, and he has a biosensor. I thought the O was supposed to have a biosensor too. Oh well. Uncommon, I believe it is Zeta Gundam Arms. They give plus 3.75% something. I'm not sure what. And, of course, have movable frame. Mark II Titans Arms, level 6, with movable frame. 2 sets of Mark II AUG Arms. Rick DS Arms. Oh, very nice. Gym 2, which, except for those little vernier thrusters on the top, aren't that different from the original Gym. The O Arms, movable frame. Gundam Age Titus Arms, fairly high level. Gym 2 Legs. Backpacks. Rare the O backpack. It gives... Am I reading that right? Plus 24,000 health. If I am reading that right. Plus 24,000 health. We'll be wearing that. We'll be wearing that forever. Level 5 Rick DS backpack, which would give us a bunch of option weapons, but no, the O's backpack for sure. Gym 2 backpack, and a second the O backpack, which I'll feed to the main one. Gundam Shield, Zeta Shield, Shenlong Gundam Shield. And, yes, a second kind of plastic. The original plastic, something plastic, and just plastic. So, good.